very much around the studios to take us through the maritime industry for the next 15 minutes to enjoy Nimasa In Focus.
Introducing the new face of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Nimasa. Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Welcome to Nimasa In Focus. This is a program where we tell you about the maritime sector, all the things happening there. We bring you news concerning the sector, could be government policies, how they affect the sector. We get to let you understand that. We share with you maritime facts. We share with you also positive opportunities in the sector. Could be career opportunities, business opportunities, to mention but just a few. This we do all in a bid to make the importance of our maritime domain, our inland waters, our territorial waters, to let us know how important they are and how we should keep them safe and secure. This program is brought to you courtesy the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. My name is Cordelia Obe. I'm your host, captain, guide, anyone you want to call me on this program. Welcome.
This is Nimasa In Focus.
Let me share quickly with you one of the stories I brought to you last time. We looked at the 6th National Tourism Transportation Summit and Expo, which was organized by the Institute of Tourism Professionals of Nigeria. It was in collaboration with the Ministries of Transportation, Aviation, Information, and Culture. It held in Abuja, and during the summit, Dr. Bashir Jamo, the Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA, called for collaboration between the tourism and maritime sectors in Nigeria. He stated that with the enormous resources inherent in the maritime sector, the tourism industry will be an easy and low-hanging fruit for Nigeria's economic development agenda. I'm going to give you some deeper insights into another story I brought last week, but I'll do that right after this. This is Nimasa In Focus.
Our world-class Maritime Experience Center is now live, announcing Maritime Stakeholders Experience Contact Center, MSECC, where you'll get simple, fast, and tailored solutions to all your maritime challenges on maritime safety, maritime labor, marine pollution, search and rescue, cabotage issues, ship registration, training and certification, and any other maritime-related issues. Contact us via the following channels: 23401-630-9590. Email us at contactcenter@nimasa.gov.ng, info@nimasa.gov.ng. Chat with us www.nimasa.gov.ng and on Facebook at Nimasa Official. Let's resolve all your maritime-related issues.
Last time we were together, I shared with you the good grand opening of the new NIMASA Zonal Office in Abuja. I'm going to share more with you from that event. During the ceremony, the Minister of Transportation, Engineer Mazu Jaji Sambo, stressed even more the relevance of the agency in the delivery of the nation's economic potential and the importance of the Abuja Zonal Office.
The Abuja Zonal Office serves as the nexus point between the NIMASA and the Federal Ministry of Transportation, the National Assembly, and all other relevant MDAs, as well as critical stakeholders like the Central Bank of Nigeria, the Armed Forces of Nigeria, and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, amongst others. The Abuja Zonal Office further oversees the operations of the NIMASA Lokoja Safety Base, thereby playing a pivotal role in delivering the agency's regulatory responsibilities on safety matters in our inland waterways. Therefore, due to the strategic role the Abuja Zonal Office plays, it became imperative to establish a permanent station.
The Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Transportation, Dr. Magdalene Ajani, gave a short background of the project and urged the agency to make maximum use of the zonal office edifice.
The office we occupy in Central Business District is the Nimasa House. So they were displayed so many years ago for the Ministry of Transportation to have an office. And so from being a landlord, they became tenants. So this for us is a great achievement. But today, we will be commissioning this office for Nimasa for their own use. I want to admonish the staff of Nimasa to make good use of this building. You have a world-class facility here. And so we don't expect anything less from you than efficient and productive service to Federal Ministry of Transportation first, and then to Nigerians in general.
In his opening remarks, the DG Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, gave a general overview of what the world-class office complex possessed.
This building has an existing alarm system and CCTV gadgetry for security surveillance and internal and external parts of the building. There is an automated glass door at the main entrance of the building. The entire interior part of the building is made of aluminum cladding and curtain walls glass. There is an adequate parking lot, a security house. The perimeter fence is protected with electric fence wire system. There is a standby 200 kVA generator that serves the entire building. Also present is a solar lighting system installed around the building perimeter. We shall complement all this by further investing in the user-friendly furniture and the cutting-edge ICT infrastructure to convert this imposing edifice into a smart premises.
He thanked the federal government and all those who made the success of the project possible. He also mentioned that the zonal office of Port Harcourt will be commissioned soon, while those of Calabar and Lokoja will be coming up very soon. The DG Nimasa has encouraged the Daily Trust newspaper to keep maintaining standards as it has done over the years. He made this call while playing host to the management team of the paper while on a courtesy visit to the agency at its headquarters in Lagos.
Daily Trust is one of the most widely circulated Nigerian newspaper because yes, some newspapers, they may have more advantage in the southern or eastern part of the country, but when you look at the size of the northern part of the country, that will complement the distribution pattern. And I think I may be correct to say that it's one of the most widely read paper. And over the period of time, if you are following the footprints of the performance of the Daily Trust, you see to a large extent they balance their position irrespective of where the pendulum lies. In terms of freedom of expressions and diversity, you find that the paper always try to be a little bit above average in whatever they do.
While commending the paper on its work, the Director General encouraged the team to keep projecting the work being done in the maritime sector and also carry out maritime education. In his response, the GM Southern Operations, Mr. Damola Oladosun, expressed the paper's readiness to stay relevant in the changing times.
We started operation about 2.5 decades ago as a newspaper, and that's why Daily Trust is the most popular of our brands. However, we are dynamic, and these days that the technology is posing serious threats to the print. Because we are dynamic, we are also trying to invest and do some other things within the media ecosystem. Now we operate an integrated newsroom whereby a reporter can report for the print, digital, television and radio.
The Minister of Transportation, Engineer Mazu Jaji Sambo, recently in Lagos commissioned 5 enforcement boats and 4 ferries for staff of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency Nimasa. He also commissioned newly acquired gadgets to enhance communication between Nimasa operational base and vessels in Nigerian waters, an ultra-modern search and rescue base clinic located in Apapa, the newly developed multi-purpose hall, and an administrative block for the agency in its Kirikiri operational base. While commending the Dr. Jamo-led administration of Nimasa for their achievements, the Honorable Minister noted that the new facilities would have tremendous positive impacts on the agency and the entire blue economy of Nigeria, especially as the nation seeks more vibrant ways of diversifying its economy. And I'll quote him: "If we want to benefit from the potential of our blue economy, we must be able to reinvent the wheel in such a manner that will boost the confidence of foreign and local investors in our maritime domain. And these projects are laying credence to our efforts. It is our belief that our efforts to bring these projects to fruition would have made significant positive impacts on the decisions of investors in our maritime sector." Also speaking at the event, the Director General of Nimasa, Dr. Bashir Jamo, said that the newly commissioned assets would ensure Nigeria's maritime administration sustains its leadership role in the maritime sector of Nigeria. Jamo noted that the investment in the communication gadgets alongside the enforcement boats would not only add more value to our maritime security architecture, but also enhance Nimasa's primary role of port and flag state administration. Adding that the search and rescue base clinic was to meet basic requirements of the IMO, since Nigeria is host to the Regional Maritime Rescue Coordination Center for the West and Central African region. In his words, the issue of health in the transport sector must always be at the front burner. The Nimasa Search and Rescue Base Clinic is another stride for the maritime sector because it meets international standards and would serve more purposes of taking care of patients within and beyond the transport sector. It is also noteworthy that recently, the newly acquired Nimasa office in the Federal Capital Territory was also commissioned by the Honorable Minister. This brought to an end over a decade of the agency operating from a rented facility in the Federal Capital Territory. Now let's bring you some news from the IMO. Do you know that oil pollution is real and its impacts are great? Well, the impacts of oil pollution and its effects on the marine environment, and the importance of having in place an effective national framework for responding to oil spills were the focus of a national workshop held in Port Louis, Mauritius from the 22nd to 24th May 2023. The workshop was part of IMO's work to support parties to the International Convention on Oil Pollution Preparedness, Response and Cooperation, OPRC, with their National Oil Spill Contingency Plan, NOSCP. 28 senior managers and administrators involved in the country's response to oil pollution incidents took part in person in lectures and discussions on the need for rapid decision-making to mitigate the impact of any oil spill, and the importance of cooperation between stakeholders at a national level, as well as with those in neighboring countries and the wider international community. A draft action plan was produced to facilitate ongoing development of an effective national oil spill preparedness and response framework.
This is Nimasa In Focus.
What's love got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken?
Nimasa, Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency.
Nimasa, promoting safe and secure maritime environment.
Maritime facts. Did you know the maritime zones recognized under international law include the following? They are internal waters, the territorial sea, the contiguous zone, the exclusive economic zone EEZ, the continental shelf, and the high seas and the area. A lot, right? But now you know. Thank you so much for being a part of Nimasa In Focus this week. We'll be back next week. Till then, remember to take care of yourself, stay safe, and be happy. And don't forget, if you need to know more about the maritime sector, do visit Nimasa's website or follow her on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook at Nimasa Official. My name is Cordelia Obey. Bye-bye.
Nimasa, changing the tides in your favor.
Papaland